Welcome to Donnie Boone. This weekend, after the Right for Life March in Washington, D.C., the Covington Catholic High School had a group of students that were attending, and some of them were wearing MAGA hats. And after the event, they were waiting for their bus to come pick them up. Now, there were four black men who were part of a radical Christian group who were giving anti-Semitic speeches, and they, being teenagers, were being loud and rowdy and doing cheers for their school or something. And out of nowhere, this American Indian, Nathan Phillips, and his little entourage came straight into the group of high school students, and he singled out one student and went straight to him and stood in his face. Now, the student, I assume, didn't know what was going on and had an American Indian come up right in his face and sang to him. Because as you watch the video, it does appear that he's singing to this one student. And he doesn't flinch, he doesn't give ground, he just stands there and listens. Now, this American Indian, as you watch him do this, is not fearful. He's not afraid of a bunch of high school kids. Yet, when he has an interview with CNN, it's horrible. I was fearing for my life. These kids could tear me apart. It's a load of crap, and it's a lie, and he knows it's a lie. So let's just watch, and you'll see what I mean.
We are hearing from a Native American elder and Vietnam War veteran speaking to CNN after a disturbing viral video shows a group of teens harassing and mocking him in the nation's capital. Here's the video sparking outrage on social media right now. Nathan Phillips was beating his drum and singing an American Indian protest song. And this was on Friday on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial when he saw a clash erupting between a group of teenage students and four African American young men preaching about the Bible and oppression. Well, Phillips says he immediately sensed danger.
When I was there and I was standing there and I seen that group of people in front of me and I seen the angry faces and all of that, I realized I had put myself in a really dangerous situation. It was like, here's a group of people who were angry at somebody else, and I put myself in front of that, and all of a sudden I'm the one who's all that anger and all that wanting to have the freedom to just rip me apart. That was scary. I'm a Vietnam Times veteran, and I know that mentality of there's enough of us, we can do this.
Then Phillips describes the tense moments now being replayed over and over again online when a young man got right in his face. Watch.
When I started going forward and that massive groups of people started separating and moving aside to allow me to move out of the way or to proceed, this young fella put himself in front of me and wouldn't move. And so if I took another step, I would be putting my person into his presence, into his space, and I would have touched him, and that would have been the thing that the group of people would have needed to spring on me.
CNN's Sarah Seidner asked Phillips what bothered him the most about Friday's confrontation. Here are his thoughts.
Fear, not for myself, but fear for the next generations, fear where this country's going, fear for those youths, fear for their future, fear for their souls, their spirit, their what they're going to do to this country. What they were doing wasn't making America great. It was just tearing down the fabric that the whole idea, the spirit of America, that wasn't it.
Newly elected Congresswoman Deb Haaland is among the first Native Americans elected to Congress, and she reacted on Twitter, writing, "This veteran put his life on the line for our country. The students' display of blatant hate, disrespect, and intolerance is a signal of how common decency has decayed under this administration. Heartbreaking."
And everything she just said is a load of crap, because these students didn't do that. There was no hate. There was no anything. They're just a bunch of high school kids, aged 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, waiting for a bus, being rambunctious. And this is part of the Trump derangement syndrome, that this administration can do nothing right. So he says that the crowd surrounded him and the young man put himself right in front of him where he couldn't get around him. Yet when we watch the video, we can see that he walked straight to the young man. The crowd did not go around him, and he could have walked around the kid anytime he wanted to, but he didn't. He looked this kid in the eye and stayed right in front of him on purpose. So Nathan Phillips is a liar.
That's right.
And that's what we are here to tell you to do. We are here to tell you to wake up to the four corners of the earth. This is the truth of the Holy Bible. We don't have a microphone, brother. Okay, and this is the part of freedom of the speech and freedom of religion, and that's what we out here for. Okay, and I hear you. I honor my God. We honor our God, brother, and that's what we are here to tell you what you have to do. You have to come away from the Lord. You have to come away from your religions, philosophies, and doctrines, and start worshiping the true and living power, which his name is Yahweh. That's who's the Most High God.
That's right.
The Most High God, his name is Yahweh. You're not supposed to worship eagles, buffaloes,
that's right.
Rams,
right.
all types of animals.
That's right.
This is the reason why the Lord took away your land. Why am I so angry? Give me Proverbs 7 and 7.
No, I'm
going to show you.
Ecclesiastes.
You're not angry? I'm making you angry. What are you celebrating? What are you celebrating?
All types of disrespect for no fucking reason.
This what we mad at. This what we mad at.
You're the only one cursing here. Right, you don't even know what's going on. Give me Isaiah 58 and 1. Give me Isaiah 58.
Chapter 7, verse 7.
Yeah, give me that first.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man
The
mad.
Lord says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. You talk about why we're mad. You damn right. The Most High said. The Most High said, surely oppression make a wise man mad. If you're not mad, you don't have no wisdom.
Where are you from?
We're from here. We're natives too. My people are so-called Puerto Ricans. Yes, we are from the tribe of Ephraim. This is your tribe. This is your nationality. You're not an Indian. Indian means savage. You know where that name came from? You know where that name came from? It came from the so-called white man. That's what happened. Okay? Who told us that? Look up the word Indian.
Right.
You'll find it out for yourself. Indian means savage. They was naming you after the people in India.
Exactly.
I know the name of my
I'm
land.
trying to show
I know the
them
name
as a
of my
whole.
land.
Just like our people call
I know
themselves
the name
black.
of my land.
That's the reason why the white man got his foot in your ass. That's the reason why Standing Rock ain't standing no damn more. That's the reason why you're drunkards in the damn casinos and the plantations. You want to drink fire water. The Lord said, show you your sins, man. He said, if you make your head hard, make our head harder.
Right.
We ain't scared of y'all.
That's right.
You don't see the angels.
Ain't no
protecting us.
motherfucker scared of you neither, motherfucker.
That's right.
Show some motherfucking respect.
We show respect to our God. We show you. So what you worship? So what you worship? That's the reason why you stuck on stupid. You want to call me a motherfucker, but you talking all that ignorant. You don't even know what we talking about.
Dumbass
That's the
niggas,
problem.
man.
A bunch of demons.
Future justice in the kingdom.
Huh? You said what?
The future justice in the
Come. See how much they respect you, Israel? Look all of them.
So
all
there you
these
have it.
Americans.
They're daring him to
Go ahead,
go
what you say?
confront the guys with the MAGA hats.
That's right.
So
Here come
that's
Gad.
exactly what
Here comes
Nathan
Gad.
Phillips does. He goes and confronts the
Here comes
kids.
Gad. Look at our Make America Great Again hats. Look at the hats. Look at the hats. We ain't taking. Look, we not taking. Look at Gad. That's right, Gad. Look at Gad. Look at Gad not playing. He came to the rescue. Our elder right there. Look at him. Yeah, y'all better not touch him. Y'all better not touch him. Hey, now they gonna join in, huh?
No,
Gad put that thing down, don't he?
He calm all these spirits
Yeah,
right down.
Gad's serious with it, ain't
Gad's serious with it. He calm all these spirits right down. The spiritual right there. He calm all these spirits down.
That's right.
All these spirits is getting demonic. He calm all that down.
Say that again, King.
All these spirits is getting demonic. Gad came through and calm all these spirits down.
That's right.
All these spirits got calmed down.
And Gad stepped in front of us too, huh?
Right, Gad said the front.
So, as you saw, Nathan Phillips was the one who got his little group, went to the high school kids that were waiting for their ride, and they were being rambunctious, and he confronted them. He waited in the crowd, he picked out one of the students, and he teed up on him, and he didn't try to go around him. That exactly contradicts what he said to CNN, because CNN is fake news. Now, at the very end of the day, the four black men that were the Christian preachers who were quite radical and trying to stir everybody up, they admit to the police department that they didn't feel threatened. They weren't threatened by these big group of high school students. They weren't threatened at all. They're trying to do what they feel is spreading the word of God. So all of this has been ginned up by CNN and their false reporting.
We're here to teach.
Yes.
We're here to teach the word of God, the Bible.
Who?
What's up with the brass? Just out of curiosity.
The who?
Like that.
You said, were they talking to us?
The brass burn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The book of Revelation, you got to read Revelation chapter.
No,
Well,
we're
we're not worried about
We're
that.
good.
We wasn't threatened by them. It was okay dialogue. Sometimes stuff get like that.
Right,
So,
I understand.
you know.
Well, you asked what the brass is. The brass is that's what Christ's feet was described as. Christ had feet like brass, like it was burnt in the furnace.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah,
we
we're
good.
good.
No, they good. They were
Thank
okay.
you.
We ain't no threat.
Worried about,
Yeah.
the number of people that were
No.
out there.
No.
Just
So there you have it. It was a long, tense day, and there was a lot of tension in the air, and the American Indians clashed with the preachers, and the American Indians were challenged to go confront the MAGA hat wearing teenagers, and they did. And it was misrepresented by CNN. So there you have it. This has been Donnie Boone. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you again later. Bye.